proceeding next, please? If anyone having any question, please ask me. So no question? Okay. So your question is, these were your question. Okay, the first question, that you have to print the data into the rows and columns. Okay, the data should be printed into this format. I show you the way how exactly that you are supposed to print the data. So this is entire logic is for this one, as we discussed into the last classes in great detail. So we have to implement the entire logic, but this time rather than to print these stars, but you have to print this data, and data is coming into the 2D array. Okay, this one is the 0th index, this one is the 1 index, and this one is the 2nd index. The second problem was add a 2 matrix. So these are the 2 matrix. Okay, let's suppose this one is the simple scenario. So this is a matrix that you are performed to addition of the 2 matrix operation. Okay, and the third one is the matrix multiplication, 4 5 6 7. Okay, multiply by 4 5, just imagine it, the same matrix. Okay, you have to perform this matrix multiplication, the purely mathematical concept. And this linear search, that is the algorithm into the data structure, very simple algorithm. Okay, bubble sort, I told you, please go to the Google and YouTube to find out what exactly the bubble sort and what is the logic behind that. Okay, so bubble sort is the searching, the sorting process. It is used to sort the element. The algorithm is called bubble sort. If you are coming from the computer science background, you understand this concept into the detail, into the great detail in semester 3rd. Okay, don't worry if you are not coming from the computer science background, you can easily learn it. That's not a very complicated thing. The concept pure mathematical. So I will suggest you, please write a code prior to go to the YouTube or Google to understand the mathematics behind this bubble sort. And then the binary search algorithm, again this algorithm is associated into the data structure, into the computer science algorithm. Okay, computer science background. So again here it contains some kind of logic, some kind of mathematics. You can easily learn it. That's not a complicated math. Okay, and this one is a normal basic question that you are supposed to read out only the first character. Okay, you are supposed to read out on the first character, but with the help of the list comprehension, the same thing that you are supposed to perform with the list comprehension. And again, this one you have to generate and count the number of words, but this time the output should be into this format. Okay, the output should be into this format. That is the your list comprehension again, that you are supposed to perform these 7 assignments. So I will start from here. Okay, I will start from here and one by one I will proceed further. So going back to your folder, okay, now I am writing a code for the same. Okay, the first, to represent the data into the rows and column into the proper manner. Okay, so let's suppose okay, so this one again, this one. Okay, so this one is the data that you are supposed to print into the appropriate format. For printing this data into the appropriate format, again back to your for loop, nested for loop, where we solve the problems. Okay, so here if I understand this concept, let me show you first practically, then we will. Okay, so here the very simple, that I am taking this x, that is the inner list, x of 0. What output I will get? I will get the index of 0. This data is placed on the index of 0. You can check it out. This one. Okay, this one is placed on the index of 0. This entire thing is on index of 0. This one is the index of 1. This one is the index of 2. Okay, so when I print x of 0, then I get the output, that is the 10, 20, 30, because that list is on the index of 0. Let's suppose I want to process the 0 index first item. So what output I will get? I will get the 20. So what I have to do? Observe carefully. So first you have to print this. Okay. Then you have to print this item. Okay. Then you have to print this item. Okay. But that should be into the same manner, into the same, into the horizontal format. So we know how we can stop the horizontal with the help of this end. Okay, with the help of this end, you are supposed to stop this horizontal. So you will get the output exactly into the same manner, 10, 20, 30. And after completion of this statement, okay, now the I value, earlier the I value is 0, now the I value become 1. Okay, so this time what output you will get in the next iteration when the I value will change? X of 1, okay, you will get 0. X of 1 or 1, you will get 20, next one. Okay, so this time this loop should be run only for the 0 and 1. So how long that you are supposed to run it? On the length of this. Okay, on the length of this. That's why I give you the different values. You are supposed to handle the length of this, because I don't know in the first column. Okay, in the first row the elements are 3 elements. In the second the elements are 2. In the third row the elements are the 3 elements. In the next row the element can be more. So that's why I give you this type of input. You are supposed to take care about the length of this one, because the inner loop that will be execute on the length of this one. Okay, you have to take care of these things in real time scenarios as well. So now I'm going back to the code. The entire code is same. 90% this code will be work over here. Yes, exactly same. The code will be work exactly same. But this time I am not supposed to print these values. I am supposed to print the entire data. Okay, in the row 0, this time it execute only for 1, but this time it execute for 10, 20, 30. In the row 2, it will execute only for 2, that is 10, 20. In the third, it will execute for 30, 40, 50, and so on. Okay, so you have to take care. This printing process is taken care by inner for loop. Okay, this printing process taken care by inner for loop. This one is the outer for loop. So in inner for loop, the inner for loop will be run according to the length of this data. Whatever the length of this, inner for loop will be executed on this. Now observe carefully. When the I value 0, this also 0. The outer loop value 0, this also 0. When the outer loop is 1, this also 1. When the outer loop is 2, it's also 2. Now how long this will be executed? On the length of this 0. Okay, length of this 0. For example, length of x of I. So I initial value, what exactly the I initial value? 0. So what is the length of this one? The length become 3. So this time this loop, inner loop will be executed for 3 times. That's mean my inner loop is controlled by my outer loop. The scenario is exactly same. My inner loop is controlled by my outer loop. Okay, so you are supposed to perform this. Now I'll show you the code that will be make more sense. Okay, so how I can print it? Okay, for I in range of, okay, range of len of x, because I don't know how many items are there. If the items are 4, then it will execute for 4 times. If items are 5, then it will execute for 5 times. Okay, so the next is, now this one is the inner loop that will taken care the concept of the printing. For j in a range of len of. Okay, now len of, for which len that I have to execute? X of I. Okay, x of I. Now what is the x of I? X of I, what is the x of I? X of 0, because I value initially 0. So x of 0, what is the length of x of 0? 3. So this loop will be executed how many times? This loop will be executed for 3 times. Okay, the concept is this one. I am repeating once again the entire scenario. Okay, so this time this loop will be executed 0, 1, 2. Okay, what is the length over there? The length is 3. So that's means this I value will be 0, I value will be 1, I value will be 2. And what happened inside the j? Inside j, what I am printing over here, sorry, not printing, I am finding out the length of x of I. So x starting value, that is the 0. So what is the length of this one? This one length is 3. Again this loop will be executed for 0, 1 and 2. Now in the next iteration, when the I value become 1, here the I value become 1. So what is the length of this? This length is 2. So how many times this loop will be executed? 2 times. Again this one is the length of 3. So how many times this loop will be executed with third iteration? 3 times. And so on, because this totally depend upon the length of the I. Okay, length of this x, and length of this x means the 0. First it will execute for the 0 time, second it will be executed for the 1 time, third it will be executed for the 2 time. Because this logic we will use n number of time when we will perform the the concept of the database connectivity. So if I show you the code, whether yes, you can check out this code. Yesterday class I described this database connectivity, the entire project. Okay, so you can check here the code, the entire the same code. This one you can check over here. One time I use this code one time. Okay, because this time I am fetching the data from the MySQL. So here exactly the same scenario is happening. 2 times. Okay, data is printing for 2 times. So this code is 2 times I suppose implemented over here. Okay, so this is the concept. So now show I'll gonna to show you how exactly the output would be printed. Print of, now what I will print, x of I of j. Okay, I of j and is equal to this one. That's it. What you want to print over here, you can print over here, and then you are supposed to print. Okay, so this is the way. Save as matrix print.py. Okay, so I am executing it. Now you will get the output. Okay, now you are getting the same output, exactly same output. Now you can check. For here what I did, the first iteration the I value is 0, so it will be execute I 0 0. Okay, then j value become change. Okay, 0 1. Okay, 0 2. This one is the way. Next time I value will be changed, it will execute I 1 0 1 1. Okay, third time I value become 2, it will become 0. Okay, it will become 1, it will become 2. That's it. This one is the way. And the same we know how we can, what is the role of this and the consecutive. I don't need the output into the next line. I need a consecutive output. When the control will be moved to the next, when this will be completed. And when this will be completed, the print will be executed. Now the control will be moved to this direction. So this one is the way. Okay, entire the same code what we discussed. Any question till now? You can ask me. If you have any question, you can ask me. Anyone having any doubt, any question, please ask me. No question?
Same as if you want to add, input the values from the user.
So you ask the value from the user. Yes, you can ask the value from the user. One way, the very simple, that is the help of the list. At that time you are supposed to printing over here, please enter the 2D array. Okay, enter 2D array, that's it, simple.
Sir, can we do with the array operation like with the numpy? So somewhere in the video.
Sir, we didn't go to the numpy now because we don't know, I don't know numpy for this point of stage. Whenever you,
I was watching the YouTube.
yeah, yes, there is only one line of solution, but we are not on that stage that we are supposed to perform it. Okay, so because we have to first learn the basics things, as I already told you. So matrix multiplication is very simple, only with the help of the dot operation. That's it.
तो सर वो 2D वाला आपने कल बताया था कि परसों बताया था? I can go back to that video and
नहीं, वो कल ही, आई सपोज कल ही हमने डिस्क्राइब किया था इन ग्रेट डिटेल 2D array. Okay, so I think the question is clear for everyone. Okay, so I'm moving to the next question. What about the next? Add of two metrics. Okay, two metrics that you are supposed to add. I am writing a code for the adding of two metrics. So what is the mathematics behind that? What is the mathematics behind that?
Row and column.
Yeah, that's it.
Same number of-
That's it. The mathematics behind that, you are supposed to just take a two, the two metrics. So rows and column, I am taking a two metrics. The one is the x and another y, another one is a y. And this time, okay, this should be same. So y is equal to this one. Okay, I am taking the same values. So I think that's not a concern. Okay, if you want to change, I can change.
Sir, can we not take the input command like to enter the matrix first and then take addition of two matrix?
You can perform this. Okay, you want to take a value from user, huh?
Yeah.
The code will be little lengthy. It will like time consuming. Okay, don't worry. I'll show you the code for this end. Rows. Okay. Number of rows, number of columns. So row is equal to enter number of rows. Okay, input, and I'm converting it into the int. Here the columns. Okay, I am asking the columns from the user, and here is my first matrix. Okay, here is my first matrix, that is the X. I will show you code only for one matrix, otherwise it will become very lengthy. Okay, you just understand the concept. Whenever the one is running perfectly, automatically you can code for the same, that is the exactly copy paste. Okay, so how many rows that I want to enter? For I in range of row, I suppose it will work fine. For j in range of the columns that you want to execute. Okay, so columns you want to enter, that is the columns. Okay, now what you want to enter? So here you are supposed to take a value. Okay, so I am asking a value int of input enter value. Okay, enter value. I ask a value from user, the user will enter a value. Okay, so now what you have to do other? Okay, you are supposed to make a 2D matrix. Okay, so what I am doing, x is equal to, I am making a this one. Let me cut it from here and paste this temporary matrix over here. Okay, so because I have to make a 2D matrix, that's why xx dot append of this value. Okay, after appending of this, now what you have to do, now the final is our x. Okay, let's suppose I'm giving a name, that is the matrix 1. Okay, so here after closing the scenario, what you have to do, matrix 1 dot append of xx, that's it. Now you are supposed to print this. So matrix 1. Okay, so let me run this code and then I will explain. So here what mistake we made, please check. I think we did a spelling mistake or something else. End of while string literals. So int input enter value, so it should work fine. I don't know why.
सर वो आपको जो कॉमा है ऊपर वो डबल मैट्रिक वो स्ट्रिंग लग गए वो.
Yes. Okay, so check it out. Okay, how many rows I want? I want 3 rows. So 2 rows just for the testing and 3 columns. Okay, so enter value 10 10. The first is 1. Okay, 2 and 3. Okay, enter value, that is again I am for the second matrix 4 5 6. Now you can check it out. I think the code is clear for everyone. This is the way that you can generate the 2D matrix.
So can we put if else command, like if row, if suppose user put the not same number of row and column, so it come out?
Yeah, definitely you can make it more generalized, because I show you the way, because you are stuck over here on this point, how you can get the value from the user into the 2D matrix. So this one is the way. There is another ways are there with the help of the map function. Okay, so with the help of the generator as well, but this one is very simple, and again the logic is very easy logic. What I am doing over here, I am making this one is my first matrix, the same code that you are supposed to implement it one more time. Okay, for the matrix of 2. At that time, just you are supposed to change only over here the matrix 2. That's it. So what exactly I am doing? I am making a empty matrix, not empty matrix. This one is the empty list, and this one is the J. How many times it will execute? It depend upon this I value, because I specify how many rows I want. Let's suppose if I want 2 rows, so it's mean I will run for the 0 and I have to run for the 1. And how many columns that I am specifying? I specify 2 into 3 matrix. Okay, this one we know, this one is the row, this one is the column. So 3 times this loop will be executed for 3 times, and this will be asking the value for the 3 times. And what I am doing, I am appending into this list. In the first iteration, when the I value is 0, this list become like this: 1, 2, 3. Okay, I enter 3 values, or you can say 10, 20, 30. Okay, now I am entering the entire list into this matrix. Now in the first, after completion of the first iteration, so when the I value becomes 0, XX value, what will be the XX value? Let's suppose you enter 10, you enter 20, you enter 30. And inside matrix 1, what is happening? Okay, inside matrix 1, you are appending this scenario, this entire one. Okay, you are appending this entire one. So this one is done on the 2, on the when the I value become 2, because I says I need 2 rows only, so I value become 1. Okay, I value become 1. Now this time XX, I again empty it, I again empty it. Now how many times this will be executed? Again 3 times. So this time you enter 10, let's suppose 20, 40 and 60. Now again, after completion of this step, you are entering the data into again this matrix. So here appending. Okay, you are appending now this point of time. Append mean the end of this list. So what is happening over this after this iteration? The matrix become 10, 20, 30, and after that 20, 40 and 60. Okay, so this one is the way. I think the logic is clear to everyone. Entire the same logic. I use the same logic somehow. Okay, so this logic is very powerful logic. So any question from you guys? Any question that you want to ask? Okay, so this is the way to get the value from the user. So same thing, you can perform the same activity. I just copied it. Okay, I just copied it and I just paste it. Okay, here you are supposed to change only matrix 2. So here enter the number of rows and column for matrix 2. You can ask the user, but I am not wasting time. Okay, so now you got the idea how exactly that you are supposed to take the values. So I am making the entire thing as a comment. So because I don't need to again enter, re-enter. Okay, so I'm going with the dummy values X and Y. Okay, now you get better clarity how you can do the, okay, how you can perform this entire scenario. Now in this matrix, that again this matrix would be auto generated. Okay, so my matrix is the X matrix is 3 by 3. Okay, Y matrix is 3 by 3. So what after addition of 2 matrix I will get again only 3 by 3 matrix, I suppose. I am right or wrong? I am right or wrong? I forgot the scenario. I am right or wrong whenever we
Right.
okay, I am right, I suppose. So no. No, this is not 3 by 3 matrix. This is the matrix of 2 by 3. Sorry for that. Okay, 2 by 3, because we have 2 rows and 3 columns. Okay, 2 rows and 3 columns. 2 rows and 3 columns. Okay, the row number 0 and the row number 1. It will represent something like this. Okay, so sorry for this wrong information. The matrix is 2 by 3. Sorry. Okay, so output would be again into the 2 by 3 matrix. So what I have to do, I have to first generate the matrix. Okay, that should be the 2 by 2. Okay, so here I am making a matrix that is the 2 by 2. So dummy values I am placing over here. Now you know how you can generate this matrix dynamically. So I am not gonna to show you. Okay, you have simply just put the, rather than put the value, you are just simply put the zeros over there. Okay, so this is your assignment. Okay, so at this point of time I taking the, the dummy values, but you are supposed to take these values from the user, and again this time these are the 0, 0, 0. So how many times this logic will be implemented? this logic will be implemented 3 times. First time for the X matrix, Y time, second time for the Y matrix, and the third time that you are supposed to generate the the result matrix. So I am giving the name to him, that is the result matrix. Okay. Okay, so result matrix should be there. That's why you are supposed to append it. Otherwise, it will give you the error message if you try to simply just design this, because you are looking for this index and this index is not available. So it will give you the error, that is the index out of range. Okay, something like this. So I am performing the logic. For performing the logic for the same, very simple logic, you have to just addition the two things. So I am making again the same for I in range of len of this x. Okay, len of this x. Now for j in range of, you can say j in range of this I. For this of point of time, you are not supposed to I, because you are supposed to go on the range of this. Okay, you are supposed to go for the range of this, because always the values are same. You can take even this one or you can take even this one, because the values are same in the both of the cases. Okay, so here again I am running this on the range of len of x of 0. Okay, x of 0, and after that you are supposed to generate the result. So my result matrix result is equal to, okay, result of I and j, because you are supposed to enter the data into the rows and columns. Okay, I and j. So x of I and j plus, very simple, y of I and j, because this is the element to element addition. And finally that you are supposed to print it, print of result. I think it will work fine. Okay, so this one is the way it will pick out. Okay, now observe this scenario, how exactly we have result matrix. We have a result matrix. Okay, this one is a result matrix with the 0 0 0 0 0 0. Now what I have to do, I have to overwrite this value. What value that I need over here? This one, 11. Okay, so output would be 11. Okay, then this one, okay, that is the 22. Okay, and the next is 33. The next is, the value should be 80, then 41, and then 55. So element to element. Okay, element to element. I0 0. Okay, I0 0. So first element would be happen on 0 0. You can check it out. This one is the 0 0 position. Okay, this one is the 0 0 position. Next j value become 1, so position will be 0 1. So this position will become 0 1. Next the j value become 2, this position will be become 0 2. And what operation that I am supposed to perform? I am picking the value of this 0 0 location, and here again this 0 0 location, and I am adding these two values, and where I am allocating? I am allocating this value on this position. So here earlier the value is 0, after performing the mathematical addition the value become 11. Okay, so let me implement it. The picture would be more clear for you guys. Okay, so sorry, I think I didn't save it, so I am saving it.
So ये len x of 0, second loop में len x of 0.
Now one second. Now you can check it out, the output. The output is exactly same that we discussed. Okay, 11, 22, 33, 80, 41 and 55. Okay, so what is the role of this? Now exactly we have to execute for 3 times. Okay, but I don't know, as you said earlier, this should be the same. This should be the same because we are performed to matrix addition, and this should be the same, 10, 50, 60, 70. Okay, 10, 20, 30, 40. This should be the same. That means this is 2 by 2, this is 2 by 2. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter you're running the internal loop on this basis or this basis, or even if you know it, you can pass over here 3. Okay, you can pass over here 3, the column value, this one the column value. Okay, you can simply pass over here column, because you are supposed to iterate through the columns na. That is the main concern. You have to pick it out the every element. You have to pick it out the every element from X matrix, and you are supposed to picking out the every element from the Y matrix. So it doesn't matter you are taking the length of this or you are taking the length of this, because both of the length is same. Here you can pass even the static value 3, because I know it this time, because this is 3 1. When you are performing the from the user, it doesn't matter, but is the value, exact value the user is gonna to be supposed over here. It can be 2, it can be 5, it can be 8. So at that time you are supposed to pass this variable over here, that is the column, because you are supposed to execute every column. okay, the row 0, and you are supposed to perform every column. So that's why I took a length of this x of 0. You can take the length of 3 as well. In the dynamic case, you just pass to this variable over here, that is the column variable. That's it. So any question? Because this internal loop, you are supposed to keep this point into the mind. This internal loop always from columns. Okay, it will execute for columns. This will be execute for rows. This one is the rows. Okay, these one are the columns. These one are the columns. And the column is always 0, 1, 2. Okay, so this means the row 0, column 0, row 0, column 1, row 0, column 2. You are supposed to pick it out this one, and again same into the Y matrix. This one is a X matrix, this one is a Y matrix. Again same that you are supposed to pick it out from here. Okay, this 0 and this one. You are to add these two elements, and the same position, it is the 0, 0th position, it is the 0, 0th position. Into the result matrix, the position should be same, that is the 0, 0. In the 0, 0 position, that you are supposed to add these two numbers. And statically, I take a value for 0, 0. Why I take a value of 0, 0? Because I am picking out the inner index. And let's suppose if I define my result matrix something like this, then if I am picking it out the internal, this 0th index, but that will say it will not available. So you will get the error message. So that's why I create statically. But in the case of dynamic concept, you are supposed to take the value from the user, and after that you are performing it. I think you guys have doubt. Should I perform the entire scenario? What do you say?
Sir.
Okay, so don't worry about it.
But can we use, rather than len x0, I'm only asking, are you saying we can still use the len y of 0 then?
Yes, sir. Output would be same. Output. If you want to take the y0, the output would be same. Now you can check it out.
Okay.
The entire output is same. Okay. So do you want to entire process from the starting to scratch? Okay, I'll show you the entire process. So dynamically, I am creating these values. Okay. So this one is my logic. Okay, this one is my logic. And this logic is for matrix 1. Okay, I'm cutting it. It will become very lengthy code, you know, because we don't know the concept of the function. If you use the function, then it can be easily performed. Okay, so don't worry about it. So enter number of rows for matrix 1. Okay, enter the number of columns for matrix 1. Okay, so this one is for the matrix 1. Okay, so here I am taking this one. Okay, now this time I am taking the, you know, the simple list. So this become the matrix 1, this become the matrix 2. Okay, matrix 2. So I am appending this entire scenario, you know very well. So okay, so here later I will print it. Okay, again I am copying the entire scenario. Control C and Control V, enter the rows and column for matrix 2 and matrix, and it should be same. Okay, it should be same, so you can perform the logic as well. Now I am performing it, don't worry about it. So this one is my logic. So if now I am making a condition over here. Okay, so here I am making it row 1 and column 1, sorry, row 2 and column 2. Here this one is for row 1 and column 1. For this one is for matrix 1, this one is for the matrix 2, and here you are supposed to append the data into the matrix 2. And prior to implementing it, I am printing matrix 1. Okay, and I am printing matrix 2. Okay, so here, if now on which condition that I am supposed to perform, on which condition I am supposed to perform the addition, 2 into 3, 2 into 3. Okay, if this one equals to this and this one equals to this, this one equals to this and this one equals to this. Sorry, I apologize. Sorry. 2 into 3 plus 2 into 3. So here the row 1 double equals to row 2, column 1 double equals to column 2. Okay, so I am supposed to perform this scenario. Then I am supposed to perform the mathematical addition. Now if row 1 double equals to row 2 and column 1 double equals to column 2. Okay, so in this way I am supposed to perform the mathematical addition. So if it is this, then I am performing it. Okay, but here the still I will get the error message. Why so? I'll tell you. Just wait for a second. And else you are supposed to print. Else you are supposed to print not mathematic rule. Whatever the message that you want to print. Okay, wrong. You can say the wrong interpretation. Yeah, you can say the against no mathematical rule, or you can say the wrong interpretation. Okay, so here one more thing is pending, that you are supposed to make a, you are supposed to make a result matrix. So result will be always on the 2s and 3. Okay, just wait for a second. Okay, so I confirm this one rule, and if the row 1 double equals to row 2 and the column 1 double equals to column 2, then you are supposed to perform it. Prior to that, you are generate the result matrix, because we didn't define the result matrix till now. So same copy, I'm copying the same code. Okay, I'm copying the same code, Control of C. So this time I am making a result matrix. Okay, so this time you can take the, here again you are supposed to change the row 1, okay, the column 1, otherwise you will get the error message. Okay, so here you are supposed to change row 2 column 2. Okay, so rather than to print the value over here, I am taking a 0 value. Okay, I am taking a 0 value and I am appending it. So here my result matrix is also ready. This one is the result matrix, and I am printing.
तो result matrix सर आप थ्रू ऊपर define जैसे variables define करते हैं उस तरह से define नहीं करते?
Yes sir, yeah, we define it. Okay, so
I mean rather than putting the code.
So sir, how do you come to know that the user is entering only 3 columns? So again it will become the static.
Yes.
So we don't know, na? We don't know. So again I am running it on this behalf. Okay, so if I create a function for the same, then the things become very easy. Now you can check it out how lengthy the code is. You can check. Okay, you can. I am removing the entire code of this one. Okay, now you can check it out how lengthy the code is this. Okay, so I am saving it. Now I am implementing it. Now the picture would be more clear to you guys. So okay, so this one, how many rows? 2 rows, 3 columns. Okay, so value 10, 20, 30. Okay, this one is the for row 1. Okay, now I am entering for the row 2. 10, now row 4, 2 for the 40, 50, 60. Okay, now for the matrix 2, again I am giving the same 2 into 3. Okay, the values would be 70, 80, 90, or 1, 2 and 3. Now you can check. Row is not defined. Okay, I got an error. Row is not defined, because here you are supposed to perform row 1. Okay, row 1 and column 1, because row is nothing into the entire scenario. I change the variable name, that is the row 1 and column 1, row 2 and column 2. Okay, so again I have to do the same step from the scratch. That's why I avoid this kind of things. Okay, because it's very time consuming. So matrix 1, number of row 2 and the column is 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, again same 2 and 3. Now this time 7, 8, 9, and let's suppose 10, 20, 30. Okay, now you can check it out. Again I am getting the error because x is now defined. Now you can check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 0, 0, 0. Now the entire things are ready. The rest of things are depend upon our code. Now the code we have to define, but I did a mistake over here. So it's saying x. So because x is nothing for this point of time, the x is nothing here. Matrix, okay, here you are supposed to perform the row 1 or you can perform the column 1. Okay, so here the column 1, and no need to print out this time the len, okay, because already this data is in the form of the integer. So now it will work fine. It will absolutely work fine. I will show you. This time I am taking 2 by 2. Okay, 1 2 3 4. Again I am taking 2 by 2. Okay, 1 2 3 4. Now you can check. Again x is not defined. Doing mistakes. Matrix 2 and matrix 1. Rather than x and y, you are supposed to take matrix 2 and matrix 1. So again I am performing this 2 into 2, 1 2 3 4, 2 into 2, 1 2 3 4. Okay, now you can check. This one is the first matrix, the x matrix. This one is the second matrix. This one is the result matrix, and this one is the final, this one is result 0 0 matrix, and this one is the final result matrix. Now again up to you how you can represent the data. Again you can represent this data into this sequence after printing the matrix 1 2 3 4, okay, and the second matrix 1 2 3 4, and after that print result something like this, make some decoration 2 4 6 8. Okay, so this one is the output that you are getting. I think the picture is clear. So same thing, if I perform one more time, this time I am changing the rows and column size. 2 into 3, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, now this time I am making some changes. 3 into 3. So it will give you the error message. Not error, your printing message that is against of not mathematical rule, wrong interpretation. Why so? You can again print the message because this condition is not satisfied. So this is the entire solution to perform this. Getting the data from the user, everything is dynamic for this point of time. I think clear everyone, or does anyone having any question? Please ask me. Please ask me if you have any question till now. Okay, good. So I am moving to the next assignment. That assignment is write a program for the multiplication of two matrix. Very simple concept. Again, go to the mathematics. So this time I am not taking the entire scenario. Okay, I am taking the static value because it is very time consuming. So now you understand each and everything. Now I am going back to the new concept, that is the matrix multiplication. Okay, so matrix multiplication, let's suppose my first matrix is 3 by 2 and the second matrix is 3 by 2. Okay, so is it the matrix multiplication happen or not? I suppose the matrix multiplication won't be happen. What is the rule for the same? What is the rule? These are the rows, these are the columns, these are the rows, these are the columns. Okay, so the rule should be like this. This and this should be equal, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay, and the output is 3 by 2. So this is not implementation. You can again consider the same scenario. Okay, let's suppose 4 by 3 and the matrix is 3 by 4. So this is same. If these are the same, then the matrix multiplication can be happen. What is the meaning of this? This is the row, this is the column, this is the row, this is the column. If the column of first matrix is equal to the row of first matrix, then you are supposed to perform the multiplication. Otherwise, the rule is not satisfied. You can simply generate the method that is against of the mathematical rule. So what output I will get after doing the multiplication? I will get a output that is the matrix of 4 by 4. Okay, so this one is the rule. You are supposed to implement the entire things. I will just give you the logic for the same, how you can implement this thing. Okay, so I am taking a 2 by 2 matrix. I will show you the code for the same 2 by 2 matrix. Okay, so I am taking the static value. The x is equal to 2 by 2 matrix 1 comma 2. Okay, and 3 comma 4. Okay, so this one is the my x and this one is my y. Okay, this one is my y. Now there should be one more matrix, that should be the result matrix. Okay, result matrix. result matrix, and this should be the again 2 by 2. Again I will get the output 2 by 2. So this would be the 2 by 2. Okay, so understand this scenario. I am taking these two values 1 2 3 4 and I am gonna to multiply it 1 2 3 4. So this matrix is 2 by 2, this matrix is 2 by 2. So we are supposed to perform it because the column of the one and the rows of the second is same. So output matrix would be 2 by 2. So this one is the rule and a highly used rule, okay, because this is the mathematical rule in the case of the the linear regression. If you want to perform the linear regression by scratch, so this rule and this kind of thing you are supposed to take care. Okay, so backing to the main concept, how exactly the matrix multiplication happen. So here this would be happen first this and this, then again this, then again this. Okay, so what is the meaning of this? These are the columns. Okay, these are the columns. Sorry, this is a row, this one is a row, this one is a column. Okay, the column 0 and column 1, the row 0. Okay, the row 0, the entire columns. Here first what you have to do, pick it out this and this. 5 minutes. This one and this one, this one and this one. Okay, so this one is the way to do the multiplication. So I am writing a code for the same, how you can perform the matrix multiplication. Here you are supposed to take the help of the 3 for loops. So first for loop, for I in range of, okay, the first would be executed I in range of len of x, and the second would be for I in range of, that would be the len of, okay, that would be the len of the second element, that is the y0. Okay, y0. Now the third will be implemented for k in range of len of your y. Okay, simple your y. So here you are supposed to result result of ij, okay, 0 0 index ij, and then what you are supposed to perform, plus is equal to x of ik plus y of kj. Okay, and then you are supposed to print the result. So let me check this whether it's working fine or not, then we will come back. Save as matrix multi.py. Okay, so let me try first whether it's working fine or not. Space j is now defined. I did a mistake, sorry, here the j is there. Okay, so let me try whether it's working fine or not. So I think it's worked fine. Let me check the output. Okay, please calculate this. 1 2 3 4 multiply by 1 2 3 4. Okay, please do hurry up. This one and this one. Okay, please this one and then this one. So
Sir,
what
in formula multiply should be there. Multiply y.
yes here it is multiply. Yes again getting the wrong output. So here the formula is multiply. Sorry, I did a mistake, that is typing mistake. Let me try this. So now check the output for the same. Okay, please 1 2 3 4 multiply by 1 2 3 4. Okay, calculate it, hurry up. So this one is a rule, this and this, again this and this. So what would be there, please? 1 into 1 plus 2 into 3 6. I think this one. Please implement it. I think this one. I am right, 7, and again into the next line 1 into 2 plus 1 into 2 plus 4 into 2 8, that's mean 10. Back to your 12 standard. Okay, 3 into 1 plus 4 into 3 12, that's mean it's a 15. Perfect. 3 into 3, that is a 9 plus 4 into 4 16. Sorry, 3 into 2, that is the 6 and 4 into 4, that is the 16. So it's 22. Perfect. Our output is absolutely right. Okay, our output is absolutely right. We generate the right output. 7 10 15 and 22. Absolutely right. Okay, now how exactly this code is working, please understand it. So running a code, I am writing step by step the entire solution. 1 2 3 4 multiply by 1 2 3 4. Okay, so this one is the first, this one is a row. Okay, this one is a row, and these are the 0 and 1, or this one is a 0 column. Okay, so we have to follow this thing. Now observe carefully. This one is a I. Okay, this one is a I. Again you need it. This one is a J and this one is a K. Okay, just for a second. So how executing length of x? So length of x is for I in range of len of x. Len of x is 2. Okay, the len of x is 2. And after that, for j in range of y of 0, that is again 2. Okay, again 2. So here k, okay, the k will be happen len of y. What is len of y? That is 2. Now observe this scenario. So what I am doing, 0, the first time I value becomes 0. Okay, good. J value become for the I iteration, for the 0th iteration, I iteration will be execute only 42 times, because this one is 0 and 1. Okay, so I am taking the two major output steps. The I is equal to 0. When I is equal to 0, J would be happen for 2 times, 0 and 1. Okay, and K would be happen for every iteration for 0 and 1. For 0 and 1. Okay, now you can check it out. I 0. Okay, J 0 0. So what output I am getting in the first iteration? What output I am getting? The I value and J value. What is the I value? That is the 0. What is the J value? That is the 0. Okay, now what you are supposed to use? I of K and this one multiply by this. Okay, multiply by this and this multiply by this. So observe this scenario. So I got a 0 0 index where first I have to put the result. So what first scene is there? So in the first iteration, the I value is 0. Okay, and K value is again 0. Again 0. Okay, multiply it. Y value is 0. I value is 0. So we are getting the entire things. You are getting the entire thing. So what you have to pick? The 0 0 element. Okay, the 0 0 element. X of 0 0. So this one is the x matrix. 1 2 3 4. Okay, its code is little diplomatic to understand. In the first way, you are not supposed to clear in the first the first shot. So what output I am getting? First I get it. X of 0 0, x of 0 0, and multiply y of 0 0. I got it. Now what you need? You need these 3. Okay, you need these 3. So here what is happening? You observe carefully. Now x value 0, the k value is again 1, multiply by y value is 1 and I value is 0. Now you can check in the x of 0. Okay, 0 and 1, I pick out 2 and y of 1 this one. Okay, y of 1 this one and 0 of this one, I pick it out this. So now I think the picture is clear.
Nitin sir, I will put myself mute now. I got to go on the call.
So should I repeat the entire step once more? Okay. So understand this scenario one more time. So 1 2 3 4, because a pen and pad is about to go on. 1 2 3 4. Okay, so this one is the entire solution, and we saw the mathematical way. So this one and this one. Okay, so here the I value initially is 0. When the I value is initially 0, j will be implemented for 0 and j would be implemented for 1. K would be implemented for 0, k would be implemented for 1. Okay, these are the values for k. Observe carefully. Okay, so j, again the k would be on 0, the k would be on 1. Okay, so I think this picture is clear to everyone. Initial value, these were the starting value. Okay. So this one, first I am running this. I am taking I0, J0 and K0. Okay, K0. And again this loop will be execute one more time. And when that time, at that time, when the J is 0, it is running for 2 times. J is 0 and K is for 1. Okay, keep this point into the mind. So again, when I value is 0, the J value is running for 2 times again. Okay, J value is running for 2 times again. So J is 1. Okay, J is 1. At that time, the K is 0 and K is 1. Okay, K is 0 and K is 1. So this much amount of iteration that are performing on the behind of this same. Okay. Okay, so these are the iteration which are performing behind on the same. So here, now this one is the result matrix. So in the first iteration, what is happening? Result of ij, okay, plus is equal to, that's mean I am adding into the disposition. Now which I am getting the value from the x and y, ik multiply by kj. So now you understand this scenario. So first thing is that what we have to perform, 1 into 1 plus, okay, 2 into 3. So we are supposed to find out this value, 1 into 1, okay, then plus, okay, then plus 2 into 3. So how I can get it out? In the first iteration that I am doing, I of 0, j of 0, perfect. Okay, now in the result matrix I am pointing on the 0 zeros, okay, 0 0 position. So x of I, what is the I? That is the 0. What is the k? What is the k? Okay, what is the k? K is again 0. Okay, k is again 0. So multiply by, what I am going to multiply it? K is, what is the k value? 0 and I value is 0. So what parameter I got? X0 0, that you get this, okay, 1. You can check it out, x0 0, and y0 0, you get it 1. That is multiply, and I did the operation of the multiply and I assign it into the 0 0 position. So 0 0 become this one. For this iteration 0 0 become 1. So now in the next iteration again I perform the plus. Now I perform the plus. Now what values that I am going to find it out? So I value still remains 0. Okay, I value still remains 0 and k value become 1, multiply by k value become 1, okay, and I value still remains 0, because for the 0 it will be happen for 2 times, okay, for 2 times, 0 and 1, okay, and k it will happen for again 1 time, that is the 0 and 1. So this time what output I will get? Now 0 or 1, okay, x0 or 1, 2 I pick it out, multiply by, bus 1 second, multiply by this y of 1, this one is a 1, okay, and 0, this one is a 0, okay, so 1 0, 1 0, this position, that is the 3, 1 plus 3 6 is equal to 7. Now this is allocated on the same position because I and 0 is same, that is the 0 0, so 7 is placed on the 0 0 position. Same thing entirely happen for the all times, okay, again, and finally you are getting these outputs. So this is the way. So pen and pad is going now, so we will take the help of the notepad. Okay, picture is clear. So this is the way, with the help of this iteration we are supposed to perform this entire. You are supposed to solve it on the paper first, then come back to this, otherwise you won't get the clarity into this. In the first one shot it's very difficult to understand it. The same thing, okay, the same thing can be implemented with 1 line of code into the NumPy. You can check it out how we can do the same into the NumPy. Okay, that is numerical Python, okay, that is called numerical Python. So it's taking lots of time. Okay, x is equal to np dot array, control C, Okay, so this is the way inside the numerical Python, the numpy array. Okay, and same for the y. Okay, and x multiply this is the the meaning of this one is element to element multiplication. Okay, but you want to perform the mathematical multiplication, then this is the way. Now you can check. This is the one line code, but now you understand the concept, how exactly the things are happening on the behind. Okay, on the behind the scene, these iterations are happening. So this is the beauty. Okay, this one is the numerical Python. With the help of the numerical Python, you are supposed to do the same thing with one line of code. This is the advanced Python. Okay, so we got the clarity how exactly. I still recommend you, please do each and every iteration on paper, then you will understand it. Take one matrix, or whether it's a 2 by 2 or it's a 3 by 3, and try to import each and everything. Write down all these steps into the paper, and then you try to solve it. Automatically you will get the clarity, because in one shot I know it's very difficult to understand, because this is the concept of the 3 for loops, and I explain how you can handle this scenario. This is the way, with the help of this way you are supposed to handle this scenario. And another way I already show you with the help of the numpy, but that is not our concern. I show you advanced part, but that is not our concern. Okay, so the fourth assignment, I will solve only 4 today, and still 5th, 6th and 7th I am remaining on you guys. Tomorrow we will cover the 5th, 6th and 7th. So in the next assignment, that is the linear search. Okay, so let me explain what exactly the linear search is. The linear search element A, the linear search, specify the name itself, the linear search. Okay, let's suppose this one is a list. Okay, I am taking the help of the notepad. Oh, sorry, paint. Okay, so understand the concept, what exactly the linear search is. So L is equal to this one, 10, 20, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so linear search means that I am going to search element. Okay, I am going to search element into the entire data. So linear search, let's suppose the searching element is this one, S is equal to, let's suppose 4. Okay, so how you can search the 4 into this list? You will comparison this. Okay, this one is equal to this, no. This one is equal to this, no. This one is equal to this, no. This one is equal to this, yes, I got the element. So on which iteration I got it? I got it on this index of 0, 1, 2, 3. So on the screen you will display the message to the user, the element is present on the index of 3. Okay, so how you can find out the index? That is a simply counter. Because you start counting over here, starting you are currently standing on 0, and 0 is equal to 0, that is not equal to 0 is okay, is the 0, and the next is the 1 and this 4, index of 1 and this 4 both are equal? No, these are not equal. Index of 2 and 4 is equal? No, these are not equal. Index of 3 and index of this, this 4 is equal? Yes, this is the equal. Now I have to display the message on the screen, on this index your value is present. That concept is called linear search. You are supposed to search all the element. Okay, you are supposed to search all the element into a list. So this concept is called linear search. Now I am showing you the program. Same thing we will implement through logically. So here I am taking this value 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and I am asking from a user, that is a searching element. What do you want to find? Okay, so, and I am making a counter is equal to 0 for I in range of len of this x. Okay, if x of I double equals to this s, then you are supposed to do it. Print of item found at index. Okay, and what you are supposed to print over here? The I value, and then I am making a counter that is equal to 1. Okay, so immediately I am breaking the loop. Now if c double equal to 0, that's mean the value is not present there, then item not in list. Okay, so this is the way. So let me run and then I will explain you. So you can
But I think break spelling is not right.
which spelling?
Break.
Yeah, BREAK. Okay, so please check. Pi space linear.py. Okay, so what do you want to find? Let's suppose I want to find at 40. So item is found at index of 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay, now the another scenario. I want to find it out 100. 100 is not there. So item is not there. That's it. Item is not there. So now back to this logic. What I did over here? First I have to iterate through all the items that are present into this list. Okay, the I value starting becomes 0. So x of 0 is equal to searching element. No, it's not into the searching element. Then I value become 1. Okay, x of 1 is equal to searching element. That searching element, whatever element that you are supposed to enter at the runtime. Again I value become 3. Is it equal to this one? No. Again I value is 40. Okay, that is the index value. Index value is this one, the 3 index, and the value is 40. Both are same. When both are same, enter into this condition. Print item found at the index of I, and I value is 3, and C is equal to become. Why C is equal to become? Because it's mean I came to know my code is enter into this condition. If my code is enter into this condition, that's mean that item is available there, and immediately I break the loop because no need to proceed further. Okay, so after completion of this for loop, now I am checking whether I value is changed or not. If I value is changed, that's mean I becomes 1. If I become 1, that's mean that item is available there, so I am not supposed to print this item is not into the list. So this one is the way. With the help of this, you can find out, you can implement the algorithm. That algorithm is called a linear search. Okay, so I think very simple this one. No need to explain more about this. Very simple. Just you have to iterate all the element of the array, and whenever that found equal to that one, then you are supposed to immediately break that loop. Okay. So any question till now? Okay, so I think more than enough for today. I still leaving these assignment for you guys. Try to search out on the Google what exactly the bubble sort. Okay, what exactly the bubble sort. Then you are go to this binary search algorithm. What exactly? Don't copy the code from there. Try to make by your own. First understand the concept behind that. What is the concept? Try to understand that concept, then come back to this. Okay, so any question before closing this session? So okay, recording